Good morning, everyone. So, last session we started about conditional statements, right? We started about conditional statements. So, I give the summary. Last session we discussed about the operators part two. Operators part two. In that, we discussed about, I would say, relational operators, relational, also called as comparison operators. And after that, we discussed about logical operators, and we discussed about new operator, and we discussed about dot operator, and we discussed about ternary operator, and we discussed about unary operators. So after these operators, we started about conditional statements. Conditional statements. So based on the condition, we can make the decisions. We can make the decisions. We can make the decisions. And in conditional statements also, we have some set of statements in Java. What are the set of statements in Java we have? First one is simple if. First one is simple if. First one we have simple if. Next one is if else. And third one is if else if. And fourth one is, I would say, nested if. And fifth one is switch case. Okay, so in the last session we discussed about the simple if, and today we can go ahead with the if else. So simple if, basically we can make the decisions only the true constant. Simple if which is used to make the decisions only the true constant. Decisions only true constant. True constant. Only the condition is true, then only the control will go inside the if block, and then it will execute the statements. It will execute the statements. The syntax for this simple if is, syntax for this one is, syntax for this one is, I would say, if and condition. This is the scope of the if block. This is the scope of the if block. So here actually we will write our logic that will be executed when the condition is true. When the condition is true, that will be executed. When the condition is true, that will be executed. Okay. Okay, fine. So when the condition is true, that will be the controller will go inside and then it will execute the logic. So the same way, next we have if else. If else. This is only the true concern, and this is for both true and false concern. Here, which is used to make the decisions, which is used to make the decisions, both true and false concerns, both true and false concerns, false concerns as well. Okay, the syntax for this one is, syntax for this one is, I would say, if take condition, and this is the scope of the if block, and else this is the else block statement. Okay, basically The logic will be execute when the condition is true. When the condition is true. Okay. If not, this not will be executed. Okay. There is a flow diagram as well for this one. I can show you the flow diagram also. You can get the clarity. Okay. I would like to take the MS Paint and then there actually today we are going with the title is if else. Okay, the program start here and it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the set of statements here, and this is only the true person, and the false condition meaning the controller will go here, and if the condition is false, then it will execute the else block, and then finally the controller got terminated. Finally, the controller got terminated. This is the flow diagram. Okay. So what I would say here, the program start here and it will check the condition. It will check the condition. Next up, this is if block. This is if block. Only the condition is true. Then this statement will be executed. If the condition is false, then this statement will be execute. And finally the controller got terminated. The program end here. The program end here, and the diagram here basically. Okay, come to here, and this is for only true concept. This is for only the true concept, and this is for false concept. This is what false concept. Yeah, this is the diagram for. So first here it will check the condition. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, this is the if the condition is true, then the controller will go this. This is if block. Condition will go to the if block, and then it will execute the if block statements. If the condition is false, if the condition is false, then it will go to the else block. This is else block, and it will execute the else block statements. And it will execute the else block statements. I hope you guys are clear. This is if block. This is if block, and this is else block. This is if block, and this is else block. Else block. Okay. So first controller come to inside. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the if block, and then program got terminated. This is scenario number one. In the scenario number two, false concern. If the condition is false, then controller will come to here and it will execute this one, and then the program got terminated. The same thing I can write a program and then I will show you where I would go to wherever Java file is there. So there actually I am going with that location. Here there is I am taking text document and I would mention class name is if else dot Java, and here public class if else This is the scope of the class, and there is a main method, public static void main, and string ons, and this is the scope of the main method. And inside the main method, I am taking two conditions: int a equal to 10, and if block, and this is the scope of the if block, and else, and here also I would like to take the else block. Here I can write the condition. The condition is a is greater than 5. The condition is true or not? Yes. The condition is true. I would like to print some of the statement. Print ln, yes, a is greater than 5. Greater than 5. Okay, fine. Next step. We have the else also. So else meaning the condition is false. When condition is false, for example, instead of 5, if I mention a is greater than 15, no. So in that case, no, a is not greater than 5. These are the two scenarios. These are the two scenarios. So if the condition will be the true, then it will be execute the first statement. If the condition is false, then it will go to the next statement and this will be printed. I can save the program, and then wherever the Java file will be there, I would like to go to my Java location, cmd and java c, and there is a file name if else.java. File has successfully compiled, and if else, see here a is greater than 5, meaning the condition is true. For example, if I mention false statement, then the controller will go else block. I'm saving this one, and I will go to the command prompt and giving the arrow, and java c equals dot java, and then java. So see here, no, a is not greater than 5. This is all about if else. I hope you guys are clear. So once you are familiar with the if else, then there is a concept. Then there is a concept if else if else if. So if else if also make the decisions which is used to make the decisions when you have the multiple conditions. Make the decisions when we have multiple conditions. Conditions. Multiple conditions. For example, the best example for if else if is mocks validation. Best example. There are a lot of examples actually, not only the mocks validation. Normally, I can show you how if else will be work together and all. I will give the clarity. So before that, I will give the syntax for the if else. So there is a multiple conditions. First, I will take the if, and here I can give the condition. Condition. If the condition is okay, then the controller will go inside and then it will execute the if block. If not, it will go to the again another if block, and then here also it will check the condition, and it will satisfy the condition, then it will execute the else if. Again it will go to the else if, and here also it will check the condition, and the condition is also true, then it will go inside and then it will execute the set of statements. Okay, so the requirement when actually you have the multiple conditions, then obviously you can go with the if else if. So I can take mocks validation program. Example one is mocks validations. So there is a student has written the exam, and if the student between score in between something some 75 to 100, I need to display he got distinction. He got distinction, and the score is in between from 65 to 75 or 60 to 70, 60 to 75. So I need to display the message is he got first class, and 35 to 60. If the person got the score in between 35 to 60, I need to display the message is he got second class, and he got in between the score 0 to 35. Then I need to display he need to study well. He need to study well. These are the messages I want to display when I need to validate the marks. And if the student got in between this, then if the student got in between 75 to 100, then I need to display distinction. And if the student got a score in between 60 to 75, then I need to display for he got first class. If the student got the score between 35 to 60, then I need to display he got second class. If the student have the score in between 0 to 35, then you need to study well. You need to study well. So this is the message I would like to display. So the same scenario, how we can write a programmatically, I will show you, will get the benefit. So there is a program which I am taking, a new text document, and I can mention marks validation. Marks validation is the file name. Okay, yeah, I am like to open the marks validation, and here also I can mention public class marks validation, and this is the scope of the marks validation, and there is a main method. Every main method execution start from the main method itself. Okay, string I can say aux, and this is the scope of the main method. And here I would like to take the multiple conditions. What are the multiple conditions? They I would say first score in between. In between how much? This is the scenario, right? I'm copying the scenario, and I would go to my Java program. So first in between 75 to 100. So for that I am taking one variable int marks equal to I am declaring one variable. Okay. So marks greater than 75. Greater than 75. There is an and operator. And operator meaning when the score is in between marks less than or equal to 100. When the score is in between greater than to 75 and less than to 100, then this statement will be executed. Here I would like to take system.out.println, and he got distinction. He got distinction. Okay, fine, very good. Next, same way we have else if, and this is the scope of the else if as well, and the marks here as so. Score is in between. What is the second grade? 62 less than 60, and operator marks less than or equal to 75. Okay, now I would like to take the sysout statement, and I can mention he got first class. He got first class. Okay, very good. Now same way, like that you can take number of conditions. number of conditions else if, and again here also I would like to take the condition marks greater than 35, greater than 35. uh, there is an and operator marks less than 60, less than 60. You can mention greater than or equal to, and here also the person got 60 also we can mention we got only the less than, then we need to display this one. Okay, fine. Yeah. So here he got second class. He got second class. Okay. Same way you can write the program with respect to this one as well. This one as well. So here 0 and less than or equal to 34. These are the conditions I taken. There are four conditions I taken. Okay, the person in between 75 to 100, then I'm displaying the he got a distinction, and if the score in between 60 to 75, then I'm displaying the messages first class. The person is 35 to 60, and I need to display the messages second class, and if the person is 0 to 35, then you need to study. This is the message I want to display. And here I would like to mention you need to study well. You need to study well. Okay, this is the message which I'm doing. Okay, okay, fine. Now this is on you. So I'm removing this one. Okay, fine. Now coming to here, basically, yeah. So here I did not assign any value. Here I'm doing the assignment of the value. For example, here I'm giving some value is 70. Some value is 70. Okay, so simply I'm saving this program, and then uh, wherever Java file is available, you can go to that location, right? Java C mocks validation dot Java, and file has successfully compiled. Next we have Java mocks validation. Yeah, see here we got first class because the value is 70. But this is hard coded. No, I don't want hard coded. I want to take the data from the keyboard. There are three ways actually. Scan class is the one way, and second one is the buffer reader. So as of now, already we completed with the buffer scanner class, right? So we can try with the scan class, and then again we can go with the buffer read class. This is the hard code. No, I don't want doing the hard code. I want to take the data from the keyboard. Then we need to create the scan class. Then what is the how to establish the connection between this class and scanner class by creating object new scanner, and we are, yeah, taking data into the system dot in, and uh, this is the reference variable, and this scanner class, and this is coming from which package, java dot util dot scanner class. Okay, and here for here I would like to take print statement system dot out dot println, and here, no, why I am writing here, because at the time of compilation, so it will ask for us to enter, please enter marks here. Okay, and scanner class, there is a methods. The methods are next int method I am taking, which will take the input values as the input. I would say integer values as the input, and this again I would like to store in one reference variable. It is marks variable, and the data type is the input. Okay, this is the program. I hope you guys are clear what it is. Now I can do the compilation, and then we'll see. Java C program has successfully compiled, and it is asking for the input, or it is directly executing. It is asking for the input. Here I am giving some 80. So see here, Based on my input, it is validating and then it is giving the results to us, right? Now I am giving some 20. See here, we need to study it. Again, if I am giving some 60. So see here, based on the input, it is validating and it is giving the results to us, right? Yeah, okay, fine. This is taking the data by using scanner class. And there is a concept that is also called as buffer reader. And so what is buffer reader and how we can read the data by using buffer reader, we'll try to understand. So there is a, yeah, coming to here, now we are taking the discussing about buffer reader. So what is buffer reader? Buffer reader is the predefined class. Buffered reader is the predefined class which is available in java.io package. Java.io package. Okay. So the main purpose of buffer reader, which is used to read the data from the keyboard, which is used to read the data from the keyboard. Okay. So here the thing is, I will show you the diagrammatically as well. So you can assume this is a keyboard, and this is the buffer reader. And I want to read the data from the keyboard using buffer reader. So here the thing is, buffer reader cannot directly take the data from the keyboard. It need one assistant. So buffer reader main purpose is to read the data from the keyboard only. But it cannot directly read the data from the keyboard. It need one assistant. That assistant name called input stream reader. Input stream reader. Okay. So it cannot directly data from the keyboard and it need one assistant. That assistant name called input stream reader. Input stream reader. Input stream reader. This is also predefined class. Input stream reader. Input stream reader. So when you enter the values in the keyboard, so that will be converted into input stream, that meaning like byte format, and again that will be converted into buffer reader. So buffer reader will take everything as the string format. Everything as a string format. If you enter number, characters, anything, if you enter anything, if you enter anything, it will read in the format of string only. Then there will be a questions like there is a scanner class and there is a buffer reader also. Then what is the difference between the scanner and buffer? Buffer reader, it can read only string format. In case of that one, I would say that it can read all like integer. But here, buffer reader later we can convert into the all formats like integer format, double format, whatever the format we want, that we can convert. But which one is the recommended one? Buffer reader is the recommended one. Buffer reader is the recommended one. Okay. Yeah. Now keyboard and input stream reader, and when you enter any values, then that will be initially it will input stream reader will take into the program, and later it will be converted to the buffer reader. Okay. So coming to the program, Buffer reader cannot directly take the data from the keyboard. Buffer reader cannot directly take the data from the take the data from the keyboard. It need one assistant. It need one assistant. That assistant name is assistant. That assistant name called input stream reader. Input stream reader. Again, what does it mean by input stream reader? Input stream reader also predefined class, guys. Input stream reader is the predefined class. Predefined class which is available in java.io package. Java.io package. Java.io package. So that I can show you. There is a document, official document. We have the Java, right? I'm going with that document and then go to the package sections. This is the java.io package and scroll up. See here, there is a buffer reader. If I go with that scenario, so see here, what is the purpose of buffer reader? Reads the text from the character input stream, buffering the characters so as to provide for the efficient reading of characters, arrays, and lines. Okay. Yeah. So there is a methods. If you want to read only single character, then there is a method that is read method. If you want to read multiple lines, then there is a method read line method. These are all the methods actually. Okay, fine. Now I am going to the same program, marks validation program I am taking, and scanner class I used to take the data. So instead of scanner class, I want to go with the buffer reader. So buffer reader is what? Buffer reader is the predefined class, right? So how could I establish the connection between this marks validation class and buffer reader? By creating object new buffered reader and this object got created. But this can I able to use reuse anywhere? No. That is the reason. Again, I am storing in one reference variable. That reference variable name is buffered reader. Buffered reader. Okay, very good. It can directly able to read the data from the keyboard. No, it need one assistant. That assistant name called input stream reader. Input stream reader also predefined class. Input stream reader equal to new input stream reader. Okay, and I want take data into the program, meaning data into the system. So make sure I have to mention system.in. System.in. Okay. Next, here also we are taking the initially data and that data I am passing as a parameter to this buffer reader object. Okay, fine. Now there is a method, right, to read the a group of text, lines of text. There is a method like read line method, and here also the method is available in the buffer reader, and I am accessing dot operator. I am accessing that methods br dot read line method. Read line method. Okay, so it can read and it can store only in the format of string only. So any variable name you can give. any variable name you, I am taking as the result, or I am taking as the like this R. Okay, I read data from the keyboard. Whatever the value I am reading, if I give as an integer, if I give as a double, anything, it will be considered as the string and it will be stored in the format of string only. String only, okay. But here I am validating in integer format, right? Here I need to convert the string format to integer format. For converting that string to integer, then there is a method that is called parseInt method. ParseInt method is coming from the integer class. Integer dot parseInt is the method. For that method, I am passing as an input as R, and now this one I am storing into marks. This is the thing. This is the steps you have to follow, guys. And here also for clarity purpose, and system dot out dot println, and here I will give the piece enter marks here to validate. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, also whenever we are writing uh, taking the data from the keyboard by using buffer reader, here also we need to throw the exception. And what is exception? Why we are throwing the exception? There is a concept of exception that I can code. So you can mention IO exception, or normally you can mention the exception. Throws the exception. Now I can go with the I can go with the marks validation, and then I can do the compilation and then see any kind of errors it will come and all. There is some mistakes will be there. Uh, so this is also coming from java.io package, right? And this is also coming from java.io package. So you have to import java.io. I want, there are many classes. Import, this is coming from that, and this is also coming from that, this is also coming from that. So I want to import all the classes, then simply can mention star, which means we can able to access all the classes and instances from that package. Okay, fine. And again verify buffer reader throws exception. When method throws exception, input string reader, we are taking data into the system. Again, we are converting into the buffer reader and enter the mocks validation, and we are reading that text, and that will be in the format of string. Again, that we are converting into the number format, and then again we are doing the mocks validation. Now I can save the program, and we can go and then we can do the compilation, and then we'll see. See, done. And Java, we can do the up arrow Java mocks validation. So it is asking for the input or not? Yes. I am giving the value is 90. So see here, it is validated in the marks and it is giving the results to us. It is giving the results to us, right? So buffer reader, it can read only string format. Any, if you given the string, if you enter the number, anything, it will be considered like as the string, and it will be stored like as the string itself only. And here also I taken input as the string. That string I am converting as the integer form. There is a class integer class. In that there is a method that is parsing, and from that using that methods I am converting into the integers. And this is how I am doing the marks validation in between. So I hope this is clear, right? So like that, this is the one program, marks validation. You can do. This is one assignment, and there is one more assignment I am giving, grades validation. This is mocks validation, and one more program I am giving, that is grades validation, and The grades is between uh, some 85 to 90, 85 to 100, meaning GPA grades 8 to 80 to 10. You should display he got 10 GPA. Okay, so like that 7 to 8, 9 GPA, and from 6 to 7, 8 GPA, and some 5 to 6, 7 GPA, and 3 to 4, 3 to 4 to 5. He got 6 GPA, and 0 to 4. He need to study well. So this is the one assignment, and this is also one assignment. This is also one assignment. Okay, you have to do that one, and then you can upload to the survey website. This is the buffer reader, and so there is third one, command and armor, that we can discuss at the time of arrays. Arrays topic we'll discuss. This is all about buffer reader. So if I go to upside, this is done, and if is also done, we can make the decisions when how the multiple conditions. Here we're done with the buffer reader as well. Buffer reader also done. Okay, and next we have the nested if. Nested if. Nested if is very easy program. So if you know already how to write simple if, then you can easily write the program by using nested if as well. Next heading is nested if. Nested if meaning it is the process of writing. It is the process of writing one if block, one if block inside. It is the process of writing one if block inside another if block, another if block. You know already the syntax for the simple if. No, how we can write the simple if for syntax, simple if, and this is the scope for the if block. This is what simple if. So what I am saying, nested if meaning it is the process of I am copying this one and I am keeping inside. That's it. This is called nested if. That's it, guys. If you know already how to write a simple if, then you can easily write the nested if as well. Okay, nested if meaning it is the process of writing one if block inside the another block is called nested if. Nested if. So, what is the examples like when we will go with the nested if generally? There is a matrimony website. There are multiple matrimony websites, right? So they will give the criteria. Criteria is uh, in case of male category, the person should have the 1 lakh salary, and the person should be the male, and the person should be have the 10 acres of land. So these are the some criteria who can eligible. 6 feet high, 7 feet. So these are all the criteria, right? So who can, I would say, satisfy these all the conditions? Then uh, they can display some profiles to that kind of person category. If the salary is 1 lakh, and if the salary is 50,000, then they can display some kind of profiles. the person have the some salaries to that, then they can display some kind of profiles. So here basically nested if actually uh, mostly we will use the matrimony websites and all. There are number of use cases. I'm telling matrimony is the one of the example. So here also we can check the first person should be the male. Next we can check the salary, and next we can check the properties and all. Then he is uh, eligible for the marriage. So like that. Nested if meaning it is the process of writing one if block inside another if block is called nested if. Okay, so this is the syntax. This is the syntax. This is the syntax. There are number of examples. I can write one example and then I can show you. I can take as a matrimony as the example. Matrimony. Public class matrimony, and this is the scope of the class, and every program execution start from the main method. Now if so, for example here I want to validate if the person gender is male, the person should be male only. And next one is salary. Salary, that salary as of now I'm taking as the int salary equal to int salary equal to I would like to take, or else you can take long I am taking as the long, and I would like to take 1 lakh, 1 lakh salary. Okay, now these are the properties. Okay, so here I need to validate, I need to validate, I need to validate. If you want to validate between the two values, there are double equals which is used to comparison between the two values, right? And here so I'm taking one more if block, and inside this block I can check is the male or female. If he is the male, and in the second category, I mean in the second if block I can check the salary. And this is the string. Now if you want to compare the string or characters, then there is a method dot equals method, gender dot equals, and inside this one I would like to mention m. This I can take as the string. Okay, and here also I could like take like as the mail. Okay, dot equals is the method which is used to compare the strings. Next next we have what salary. Salary also I am checking. Salary is the number, right? If you want to check the number, then you can take as the salary double equal to 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. If the person will satisfy these two conditions, then only some matrimonies, yes, you are eligible for the marriage. Now you can start your profile. This is the some matrimonies, they will give the criteria. Yes, you are eligible for marriage. Now you can start. You can start with searching the profiles. Searching the profiles. Okay. So first they are checking the gender category, and if the condition is true, and then only uh, they are checking the salary. The salary also okay. Then only they are giving the permission as you are eligible for the marriage. Now you can start searching with the profiles. Okay. Now this program I can run and then I can show you how it will be. And then now there is a command prompt which I am opening, and the Java C matrimony matrimony.java. There is a matrimony matrimony. The files come to here matrimony. There is a spelling mistakes in between the file names. Save this one and coming to here Java C. There is a spelling mistake. File has successfully compiled. Java. See here. Yes, you are eligible for the marriage. You can start searching with profiles. For example, your salary is not 1 lakh. Your salary is not 1 lakh. For example, your salary is some 90,000. Okay, your salary is what? 90,000. Then, according to their criteria, you are not. Then here the message is system.out.println. You are not eligible for. You are not eligible to search with the high profiles. Are not. I would say, according to their criteria, you are not eligible. You are not eligible. You are not eligible. This is the criteria we want to show. I'm saving this one. Okay, I'm saving this one. 90,000. The minimum criteria is 1 lakh. Okay, if you have the minimum 1 lakh, then only you are eligible for the marriage. If not, you are not eligible. You are not eligible. The same how you can write the program. So there are number of programs you can write, guys. You can all the criteria you can write. I would say salary, properties, places, properties, plots, all you can add. Okay. So whoever fulfill the criteria, so can most of them the website they are running like this one. Java C matrimony dot Java and Java matrimony, and you are not eligible. If you got 90,000 also, you are not eligible, guys. Okay, you need at least 1 lakh for eligible the marriage. Okay, and this is the data I did hard coded. You don't want the hard coded. You can read data by using buffer readers, scanner class. So buffer reader, we can go with the buffer reader, and with the help of buffer reader also we can read the data from the keyboard and we can validate. All the conditions you can take. All the conditions you can take, and this is the data you can take as the input, and through the keyboard you can give the data as input, and then you can validate, and then you can check the person is eligible or not. Okay, this is all about nested if. Nested if. Okay. Next, there is a next concept we have called switch case, guys. If I go with the switch case. So first one, switch is the predefined keyword, right? Switch is the predefined keyword. Predefined keyword. Predefined keywords. In Java, all predefined keywords will be in the lower case. So some of their, what I observed when they are writing the switch cases, they are doing the mistakes on upper cases, lower cases. They are doing the mistakes. Anywhere, if you see the predefined keywords, all should be all characters in lower case. Lower case. Okay. Now coming to here, switch case, switch is the predefined keyword, and which is used to make the decisions based on the multiple conditions. Make the decisions based on the multiple conditions. Then you might have the question. Multiple conditions. You might have the questions. There is also if else if, right? If else if also I said same, right? And switch case also I am saying the same, right? The purpose is the same, but there is a difference. The difference I will tell you. And before that, we'll try to understand switch case, and after that, we'll try to talk about the differences. Switch case is used to make the decisions based on the multiple conditions, and also which is used to take that based on the multiple conditions. Also, right, which is used for character comparison, which is used for character comparison, character comparison. For example, the syntax for switch case is switch case, switch case, and here some variable name. Okay, variable can hold some value, and it will have the cases. I would say case 1, and next one is case 2, and next we have the case. Like that, we can take the number of cases. So this variable also have the some value, right? This value will be do the comparison wherever the value will match, that statement will execute. Okay, this I can show you the programmatically. You can get the clarity on it. Okay, you can get the clarity on it. There is a Monday, Saturday, Tuesday, right? So I can take the example as mm, weeks. I can take one as Monday, and two as Tuesday, and three as Wednesday, Wednesday, and four as Thursday, and five as Friday, and six as Saturday, and seven as Sunday. Okay, so I will go to the switch case, and I can write the wherever the value will be matched, that statement will be executed. So this I can show you as the coming to here, and then here I would like to mention text document, and I switch example dot java. Okay, now there is a switch, and I am opening this one, and public class switch, and this is the scope of the class, and I would like to take the main method public static void main and string aux, and this is the scope of the main method. Now there is a switch keyword, and this is the scope of the switch keyword, and here I am doing hard coding. As of now I am doing hard coding. Okay, some int choice, or as of now I am doing hard coding. Instead of doing hard coding, you can take the data from by using scan plus or buffer reader. That is for any program you can use. Any program, if the requirement want to take the data from the keyboard, anywhere you can use scanner class or buffer reader. Among those, buffer reader is the recommended approach. Okay, int choice 2, and here also I am passing the same variable choice, and here I am mentioning as the cases, case 1, and here I would like to take the sysout statement, system dot out dot print ln, and here I will mention case 1 is Monday, right? We can mention as the Monday, and we can use break statement also. Next, this is case 1, and we'll do with case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, like that also you can mention. Uh, this is the 2, and simply I'm changing same statement. I'm changing the names 4, and this is the 5, and this is the 6. Here also I'm changing to. Okay, yeah. So basically in this scenario what happens actually, the variable is holding the value how much to. First it will come to here case number 1, it will check the comparison, meaning 2 double equal to 1, this is 2, no, then it will skip this case number 1, and next it will come to case number 2, 2 double equal to 2, yes, then it will execute this statements, this it will execute this statement. So like that. So switch case meaning it will do the character comparison. Wherever the character will be satisfied with the case character, then that statement will be executed. That statement will be executed. So as of now, this I can show. You can save the program. Go to the file location and open command prompt Java C switch x dot Java. So there we made the mistake on the break statement. So that break statement, I can check with the, 1 second. Yeah, this is, so I kept in tags like as .html. No, you have to mention the break statement like this. So this is the mistake we do. This is no need mention tags. Simply can write break. Okay. Okay. So this is the program. Simply I copy it and I will go to there and Java C and Java switch X. Yeah. See here, Tuesday is coming. For example, if I mention some other day, which I would say some 4, I can save the program. I can go to there, and if I run the program, you can see here Thursday is coming. Then next question is, what is the difference between if else if and then switch case? What is the difference between if else if and switch case? Meaning at what time we'll go with the if else if and at what time we'll go with the switch case. So when we have the conditions between 5 to 10, when we have the conditions between 5 to 10, we'll go with if else if. We'll go with if else if. And when we have the conditions between the conditions more than 10, more than 10 or more than 5, more than 10, we can go with the switch case. We can go with the switch case. So generally, in all real time, if you see any of the projects, you can see switch case is a what I would say. You can observe switch case. You can observe switch case. So this is all about conditional statements. In the conditional statements, what are the topics we discuss? I am giving the summary. So we discussed about a simple and we discussed about if else if, I would say if else. Third one is if else if, and fourth one is nested if, and fifth one is switch case. This is all about conditional statements. Once you are familiar with conditional statement, Java is easy when you practice, when you attending the daily sessions. Okay, this is all about what conditional statements. Once you are familiar with conditional statements, then next there is a concept that is called looping statements. Looping statements. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose of looping statements? Looping statements, which is used to looping statements, which is used to execute the statements repeatedly. Execute the statements repeatedly. Execute the statements repeatedly. Repeatedly. In Java, we have to iterate, meaning we can execute the statements repeatedly using there are 5 types actually. So the first one is while loop, second one is for loop, and for third one is do while, and nested for. Fourth one is nested for loop, and fifth one is for each loop. These are the five. These are the 5 looping statements we have in Java: while and for, do while, nested for, and for each. And for each. Are you guys clear with my statements? Okay. Today your assignment is you have to do with the if else if if else if with respect to scanner class, with respect to buffer reader, nested if, and switch case. You have to submit all the assignments. If you miss anyone also, we don't excuse. So assignments are mandatory. In assignment scenario, we don't give any excuse at all. Okay. So I will check the assignments. So last session who has submitted